and welcome to Monday Music Mayhem with me, Rob, and him,
Matti.
That was just a load of noises so that we could go on YouTube seamlessly without it looking like we were staring at our screens, not really knowing what we're doing.
Yeah,
which is the case.
we thought people would enjoy a bit of music instead of us saying, "Where's the button to click to go live?"
So there you go. Welcome, hello, thanks for tuning in. I hope that everyone is well. I hope that everyone is kind of managing to maintain reasonable levels of joy during a lockdown. Um, for anyone who's never online met me before, my name is Rob, and I'm a new teacher at Cloth Cat, or tutor, or general person with Get Your Act Together. So I was supposed to be doing a session for anyone who wanted to know how to be in a band, and that was supposed to be in kind of person in real life. But alas, we cannot be in person in real life, so we've had a rethink, and Matty and I have come up with Monday Music Mayhem sessions to hopefully give you something to enjoy and keep entertained during the time where we can't be together. Matty, for anyone who's never worked with you before, why don't you tell us about yourself?
I've been doing stuff with Cloth Cat from the start of Get Your Act Together. Been helping bands live, doing what Rob was going to do. And then I did keyboard sessions online. I've done radio stuff. And then back in April, hopefully, when we've got the spaces available again, we're going to start doing it. So I'm going to do keyboard lessons live. So check out those videos if you're interested in that. And it's all free as well. But also just watch this, because we're just going to be doing random challenges for each other. Is that right?
Yeah, basically just hanging out on the internet and making music and being a bit daft, which is what we'd be doing in real life anyway.
Very
so really, it's exactly the same, except Matty's in 2D.
That's
Matty's actually in 3D in real life. For anyone who's met him in real life, you can.
Yeah, I do have an extra dimension to these. Okay.
So welcome. I think before we get any further, it's a good idea for us to just say a few official things that we need to say. So for anyone who's watching from home, just be aware of online safety and make sure you're staying safe when you are online. Don't use your real name if you're in chat boxes. Try not to put your address anywhere online. Make sure that if you're doing anything that requires your parents' permission, that you go and seek your parents' permission. In cool tunes, but
Right, I don't know if you know, but you've frozen. I'll say basically what Rob's saying.
Oh,
He was freezing in and out, but just in case you didn't get it, tell your parents that you're online right now, and don't use your real name out there, and just look after your personal details. That's the main thing. Are you back, Rob? I think you're a bit. You're back. We're all good. I'll zoom.
Oh, good.
I'll zoom. We love it.
I love Zoom. I love it. So it's enough to throw you off, isn't it? A little freeze for anyone who's ever kind of been on Zoom. Once you know you've been like this for a couple of minutes, you kind of lose your place.
You've caught me out with pranks of just stopping halfway through, so you'd be like, "Oh, hey mate, how you?"
Yeah.
And you
I don't know
catch
if
me out.
anyone's kind of online dating, but I'm sure that that's a good way of getting out of a date that you're not enjoying. Just be like, just pretend that you
freeze in the middle.
Oh, sorry about this. I'm just gonna freeze now. Probably doesn't work if you announce it. So this week we thought we would kind of do a bit of a daft challenge, and Matty came up with an idea. So, Matty.
My idea was, so we're going to take it in turns each week. Who's going to be kind of hosting the audio? Which is, you'll see what we mean. But essentially, it's Rob's turn this week, and I've challenged him to make a theme song for Manic Music Mondays, Music Monday Mayhem, even.
Music Mayhem Monday Madness.
We're going to call it 3 different names throughout each session, but it's Music Monday Music Mayhem.
If anyone wants to come up with a new name, all it has to feature is the letter M, and yeah, put it in the comments box.
To make a theme song. So brilliant.
Right. So, theme song. So, what we're going to do each week, probably consistently each week, is share our screens and share a program called Logic. So, I'm going to do that now when Matty makes me able to, because he's the boss.
All yours.
Thank you. So, this is Logic. Logic is a piece of audio recording software, music software. It's really comprehensive. It's really cool. You can do all sorts of things with it, up to and including recording a full album in really, really high quality. Some of your favorite albums, no matter what music you like to listen to, have been made using this software here. But they've been made by people who know what they're doing with it more than me. So as a kind of disclaimer, Matty actually taught me most of what I know about Logic in about 5 minutes last year, and I've just been blindly feeling my way around it ever since, which has been frustrating and rewarding in equal measure. But if you are interested at any point in learning about making music and recording music, and you have any questions for Matty or myself, then please get in touch and we'll be happy to answer them. But you can go really basic and make little demos on here and record what you do in your bedroom, and you can kind of go much further and make a full record if you want to. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But first, I'm going to put on my ring light, which I've stolen off my girlfriend, because I'm officially now a YouTuber. YouTubers all have ring lights. Look at that. It makes my teeth look really white.
I'm going to have to get a ring light now.
I know, I've shown you up.
Oh, you have?
I haven't had my teeth whitened, by the way. They just, look at that. Fantastic. Really good. I'm just going to smile.
They do.
For the
They
rest
really
of the
help.
session. Anyway, back to what we were doing. So, making a theme tune for Monday Music Mayhem. It has to feature some instruments. Matty, why don't you tell me which instruments you would like it to feature?
Okay, so let's start. You've got drums open. Shall we start with the drums?
I do have drums open. I'm just going to check that everything is as it should be, so that everybody can hear what we're doing. Right, good. Hopefully this will now.
You've frozen again on my end, so I'm guessing you were saying hopefully this will now work, but it's not worked. I don't know if you can hear me either. It's that ring light drawing all the power out of your mains, so you can't get enough to your laptop. Okay, so whilst this is going on, before Rob gets back, hello?
Hello.
Hey, you're back, hello. Cut out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's alright.
I completely disappeared off the face of the earth.
I was going to say...
It wasn't just the internet.
It just went, disappeared.
Yeah.
If anyone has any comments or wants to ask anything whilst we're doing this as well, there's a live chat, or you can email us. Fuzzy's here. Hey Fuzzy, how are you? But yeah, brilliant. Yeah, feel free. There's a chat going on side. I'm looking at that so we can answer your questions as we go on. Rob is frozen again. It's the joys of living in a pandemic. You froze a bit on Zoom again. Are you back?
I don't know if... Can you see or hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, you're back. It keeps cutting
Oh,
off.
good. You went like really slow motion then for ages. That was really interesting. You were talking and I could understand what you were saying, but it was really slow.
That's my voice.
Do you just put on a different voice? It's going well.
It's going very well.
Right, okay, back to the task. Let's see if we can get through this without any further technical glitches. So, can you hear this? Good. So, we're going to record some drums. Now, what we're doing to record drums today at Monday Music Mayhem, which is, it's true to the name, is this so far? Mayhem. We're using samples. We're using somebody else's ideas of what a drum should sound like that they've made in a computer, and I'm using a keyboard, which is in front of me here, to make the drums. So, like I said, if you want to make kind of bedroom demos, things that sound kind of all right but not amazing, this is a really good way of doing it. It's a really good way of saving time and not annoying your neighbors. But you are totally capable of recording a full drum kit using Logic. So if anyone's got any questions about that, then hit us up in the comments. So I'm going to record some drums. Any drummers out there will know that the big round one at the bottom is called a kick drum or a bass drum, dependent on your preference. And I'm going to record one of those now. Now, you might think that that's a really rubbish drum part, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to loop it, and that will just loop forevermore. And it means that people who are lazy, like myself, can get away with only playing the kick once. Matty, would you like to suggest another drum for me to hit?
I'm going to suggest a snare, kick and snare, the classic duo.
A great idea. Snare is spelt with an N for anyone who's interested. So we've got this snare, and then we've got some claps, or whatever it is. Which snare would you like? That one or this one?
I like that one.
This one, right. Yeah. Lovely. So let's make sure it's all in time, because what you can do if you're being lazy and using loops is get everything really badly out of time. That sounds like it's in time to me. So, Matty.
Yep.
Hit me with another drum.
With the drum, I'm going to give you a cymbal, actually. I'm going to give you the hi-hat.
Great. Let's have a hi-hat. Okay. And that's going to sound better when I do this, which is called quantizing. For anyone who's interested, that just puts everything in time on a bit of a grid so that you kind of can't really get it wrong, which is nice because I'll find a way. There we go. That's some drums. So I'm just going to keep it really simple. With drums, but I'm going to do what Matty showed me how to do a couple of weeks ago and put them in a stack.
I'm impressed.
This is good.
You say that you don't know Logic, but you actually know it quite well.
Well, I learned from the best, didn't I?
Yeah,
There's going to be a lot for anyone who has never met Matty or I before. We like to compliment each other quite a lot. So there's going to be a lot of complimenting one another. So I've got some drums. They sound like this. Oh, it's not happy, isn't Logic, because I'm trying to ask it to do too many things at once. So I'm just going to change something and hopefully it will be okay. So drums sound like this. Oh, come on. Well, they sound something like that. Anyway.
It's good there.
It'll do. What you can then do using Logic is affect what you've recorded and make it sound different. So just to give you a really quick example, I could put these drums into a room. I could give them an ambience or a reverb. If you've ever gone into a big space like a car park or a church or somewhere that's got a lot of concrete and you go hello, sometimes it echoes back to you or reverberates, and that's what we're doing here. So I can just take you down to a room. We want it to sound like drums, so why don't we go large studio drums? And you'll see that if they don't have this reverb, they sound like this. But if they do, they sound like this. Now it's quite subtle, but it just makes them sound a little bit more together in a room. And then I'm just going to do something else, which is called compressing. And again, very quickly, I'm just going to bring up a preset. So Logic's brilliant because it's got loads and loads of presets. And it kind of allows you to go through drums, or if you're recording keyboards, you know, that kind of thing. It's all listed there. But we want this to sound like a drum room, so we're going to make it sound like a drum room. And I like to put my compressors after my reverbs. Some people would say that that's wrong, but as is the case in all of music land, there is no right or wrong answer.
The whole thing.
The whole thing's wrong.
I always find it weird studying music because it's like you can't really grade us on the music. You just grade like how well we've done it to a brief. So some people making like really incredible music, and then other people made it like really bad kind of quick music. But because it was more to the brief, they'd get a better mark.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing, isn't it? Like teaching music's also quite an odd thing because you could teach someone one way to do something or a completely different way and reach the same end point. But anyway, enough about learning because learning's boring. Right, okay, Matty, let's have some kind of instrument.
So you've got your drums, which are roomy and squashed.
They are roomy and squashed.
Would you rather have bass or chords? Let's have some bass.
Let's have some bass. From my, I tell you what, we're not going to use Logic's idea of what a bass guitar should sound like because, to be quite frank, they're not great. So I'm going to go into the synthesizers and we're going to have some synthesizer sounds for the bass. Is there a particular bass sound that you like the look of, Matty?
Let's go with deep synth bass.
Like it. It's one of my favourite.
You have a question in the chat from Joe Briggs.
Great.
So, if anyone doesn't know, Rob is in a band called the Marzicans, who are very good, and he's asked, is there anything significant that you did which made the Marzicans' music reach as many people as possible? So how would you promote your music a bit?
That's a really good question, Joe Briggs. The first thing that I would do is I would ask someone else to record and produce it, because as demonstrated, I'm not brilliant at this side of music land. I think the most significant thing that I've done or we have done as a band is be really persistent. It sounds quite a frustrating answer, but if you are a musician or you're in a band, sometimes you can write a couple of songs in the beginning and think they're amazing songs. We've done a really good job. Let's kind of try and get all of this out into the world as quickly as possible and hope that, you know, our career goes like this. Sometimes it's a good idea to kind of take a little bit of time to think about those songs, maybe write some more, maybe compare the two. Often the longer you've been doing something and the more you've thought about something, the better it is. So if you're wanting to carve out a career in music or you're wanting your band to kind of break through in some way, it's a really good idea to spend a long time working out who you are as a band and what it is that you want to sound like and trying to make it as good as possible before you then go and let everyone know who you are. And then things like social media, that's just the kind of bread and butter of bands in the modern world. You've got to have all of the social media platforms and you've got to be really, really active on them. Make sure you post in a lot. Think about what you can post, which says a lot more about your band than just your music. If there's anything like, if there's anything that you do that makes you individual. Try and play on it and hope that people like it. And that's kind of, I guess, the best advice that I could give.
That's a very good answer.
Thanks, love.
Well done.
Right. Well, shall we record a bass and
Let's get some of that smooth, deep synth bass on there.
Really smooth.
For music, one day music mayhem.
Yeah. What was that thing we came up with earlier when we were pretending to do this?
It was like that.
Oh, I've got it. Right, okay. It's probably going to be the wrong tempo, isn't it? Oh, it's all right. It's not bad.
You're fine.
Right, let's see if we can get this in. Is that terrible? Let's see. Probably is. Great. There's something wrong with those drums, but we're not Rick Rubin, are we? So we'll come back to it. Rick Rubin's a really good record producer for anyone who doesn't know. He's got a beard like this.
A big beard. Have you ever seen his studio?
No,
it's
I
really
haven't.
good. You should
He's gonna do a documentary with Paul McCartney.
Is it?
Really soon, yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, Paul McCartney's a musician who was in a band called the Beatles.
They're really big. Okay.
We got some bass in.
No, I think you should add some chords.
Right, good. On what instrument?
Let's get like a pad synth. No, like go on the synths. Go on a classic synth sound.
Right, okay. Classics.
Let's go for Luminous Tines.
Luminous Time.
Nice word.
Oh, yeah. That's quite nice. I've just realised my keyboard's an octave further down than where it should be.
Can I give you the chord?
Yeah, I'd love that to happen.
I did D major, F sharp minor, B flat major, and then A major.
Okay. What Matty's demonstrating to any viewers out here is that he was taught to play keyboards by someone at some point in his life.
I've never had a keyboard lesson in my entire life.
Oh, whatever. He pretends that he doesn't know how to play instruments, when really he's a proper jazzer. He's really good. He can play all of it, all of them.
Instruments.
Which is dead impressive, isn't it? What an impressive human being. Okay. D major. Well, let's go up an octave. I'm gonna go there. What was it? F sharp something or other.
I'm trying to find I'm trying to type these to you, but I can't find the hash key.
Shall I just make some up?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see what I was. Oh no, not that. Let's loop the bass. Come on. You're live on the YouTubes. Not like that. Dunno. Let's see. Oh, 2 chords is always better than more than 2 chords. Here we go. What you're listening to there, viewers, is harmony. There's some harmony happening. Don't ask me what kind. It's not that I won't tell you, it's that I don't know how.
You need to watch some Jacob Collier videos.
Go on, tell everyone who Jacob Collier is.
So Jacob Collier is this protege who was like spotted by really famous, talented jazz musicians, and then trained from a young age. And he's just a genius. He reads things, but it's really annoying. And me and Rob like to impersonate him a lot because
he's really posh.
We're nowhere near as clever as Jacob Collier. Like we could probably make a good pop song between us, definitely. But we couldn't analyze the negative harmony in Mixolydian, whatever he says.
I don't even know what that means. I don't. We keep joking about this, and I keep saying the word Mixolydian. I've no idea what it means.
I know what Mixolydian means.
That must be nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It's good. Okay.
Right, we've got 2 chords, which is always better than more than 2.
Drums, bass, chords. Maybe like a hook, and then we can get some lyrics.
Okay. What would you like the hook to be?
I want a big fuzzy synthesizer.
Big fuzzy synth.
I
Right.
think we're on the synth sort of feel.
Great. That sounds great. Let's find one. It's going to be a lead synth, isn't it? It's going to be one of these somewhere. Oh, 70s.
What's that analog fizz lead? That looks nice.
Do you want the lead to be quite similar to the bass line?
I think I'll give you freedom.
Okay. Well, I do this, and then everyone can see how incredibly talented I am with 3 fingers on the keyboard. I can't play with more than 3 fingers, but 3 fingers I'm really good with. Let's see. Yeah, I might just kind of freestyle this a bit.
I like it.
Sometimes when professional musicians like me, play synthesizer parts like this, they have to pull kind of faces. I don't know if anyone's ever seen like professional bass players who really into playing bass. They're like, and they kind of give it that, like they're sucking on a sour sweet type thing. Like, this kind of synthesizer sound, in my mind, it makes me want to screw up my face, like, and with a ring light on, it's even better.
Yeah.
So without further ado, I'm going to screw up my face, and I'm going to play the analog fizz lead on the Monday Music Mayhem theme tune, which is true to form. Here we go. I quite like that.
Yeah, I like it.
And I might not quantize it either. I might just leave it.
Yeah, freestyle.
But what I'm going to do with it, viewers, is I'm going to put loads of delay on it.
It's secrets. That's top producer secret.
Top producer secret number 1.
To make something sound good quickly, put either reverb or delay on it, and way too much.
And luckily for me, Logic stacked up a load of plugins that are already available for me to use, and now it sounds like this. But it's not giving me the vibe that I want because there's just no feedback on my delays. So I'm going to turn up some feedback.
Nice.
What feedback does, viewers, on a delay plugin or pedal, if you're a guitarist, is it decides the amount of times that the delay will repeat the audio signal. So if there were to be no feedback, you would kind of have burp, burp. Or if there was loads of feedback, you would have burp, 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 burp. And I really hope that someone out there is a whiz with video software and they can clip up just me going burp, 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 because I'd quite like that to be my ringtone. So let's go back to the analog fizz lead now. There's loads of feedback on it. See how it sounds. Great, that'll do me for a piece of keyboard playing.
I really like it. It reminds me of kind of like Animal Crossing music for some reason.
Right.
KK Slider.
I've never played Animal Crossing.
Never played Animal Crossing. Oh, it's great.
Do you want to know? Do you know how old I am and out of touch?
Well, I played it. I'd not played the new one, but I played it when I was younger on the DS.
The last games console that I owned was a PlayStation 2.
That's the best-selling games console of all time.
It was good. The first I got it for Christmas, and the first game that I got was Harry Potter.
Oh, which one? The second one?
I think it was the first one. It's the one where they made loads of memes out of it.
Oh yeah, with the Hagrid like.
Yeah, because his face is in 2D.
I weirdly have such a strong memory about the second one. There was one bit in it where you picked up, I don't know what it was like a gnome or something, and you span it around and just lobbed gnomes. And when I was younger, I thought that was the most fun thing you could ever do in your life. Lob magical gnomes around.
I think I'd agree that is probably one of the most fun things you can do. So we need some words and lyrics on this. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because my computer is not brilliant. And as demonstrated when Matty and I tried to do this earlier on, when I try to record things that are not MIDI instruments, when they're not software based, when it's audio that I'm trying to record, it kind of doesn't do it particularly well. I'm tempted to demonstrate it just to see if it'll make somebody laugh. So yeah, let's just see what happens. Oh, it's not as bad as it was earlier on.
I think that's fine.
Should we give it a whirl?
If you mute your camera, your mic in Zoom, give that a go.
Let's see.
That's better.
Hang on, I'm not muted. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. That's perfect.
Oh my god. This is brilliant. I love it when things happen. Do you know, Zoom's now like shouting at me. It's like, you are muted. Do you know that you are muted?
I hate when it does that. And then it's like, do this to unmute yourself. It's like, no.
Oh, how about Zoom? You let me become the master of my own destiny. This is it. The machines are taking over, and I'm really worried about it.
Yeah, you should be.
I've got a tinfoil hat. I made it myself.
I thought you were going to pull out a tinfoil hat then.
No.
Sponsored by tinfoil hats.
Tinfoil hats.
Come on down and get your tinfoil hats. $2.99.
I reckon that this is allowing me to do this because I've not put any plugins on it.
Maybe.
I think that's why.
I think it's fine.
Good.
Okay.
Good. So, I mean, it's got to feature the words Monday Music Mayhem, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm going to pretend I'm not Googling what rhymes with mayhem.
For any budding songwriters out there, the best tool in your arsenal is a website called Rhyme Zone. You absolutely should have no shame in the fact that if you want a word that rhymes, if you're writing a song and you want something that quite quickly will rhyme at the end of a line, just go on Rhyme Zone.
I've literally never written a song without Rhyme Zone, lyric-wise.
I wrote loads of them until someone told me what it was, and then I realised I'd wasted hours.
Yeah.
Hours and hours.
Okay.
So
Rhyme
Zone,
Mayhem. My favourite one that's coming up is Brainstem.
Brainstem.
Do you think you could get that in, or is that too far?
I'm a professional. I can.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be pensive. I might do this. Stroke my chin. I've just realised my ring light's made my cheeks look quite red as well. Oh, this ring light. Okay. Let's have I've got rid of that now.
Mhm.
One thing that is often useful when writing or producing or in any way arranging music is to know where to put the space. Now I've decided that we've had enough of that hook by now, that if that analog fizz lead went on for any longer, I'd probably stop listening to it, which you will do if you listen to a lot of pop music. You know, once something's gone round once or twice, you kind of just, you're not interested in it anymore. Something else needs to take your attention, like the word brainstem. So we'd get to this point, I think. I think I'm also going to get rid of the luminous tines.
Yeah, I like that. Break it down.
I'm going to drop to drums and bass, leave space for the vocal. It's Monday. There's music and there's mayhem. It's a fun day. I'm using my brainstem. I'm singing this in the style of Alex Turner, aren't I? From the outtake.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. No, it's like
there's mayhem.
It's later on Alex Turner. It's when he started to grease his hair back and he was from America.
Hollywood Alex Turner.
Yeah, which I quite like. So
yeah, I like it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Let's pretend.
In the style of Alex Turner.
In the style of Alex Turner. It's Monday. It's music and it's mayhem. Such a fun day. And I'm using my brainstem, baby. He says baby a lot, so I
like it. Yeah, I really like it.
Baby. If anyone's sitting and watching this and thinks I'd really love to join in with the nonsense that's happening and wants to suggest some lyrics for the theme tune, that's fine. Please do comment. Otherwise, Matty and I are left to our own devices and it'll get more and more ridiculous.
You'll hear this every single week. You'll probably stop listening because of it. But if you don't, you'll hear it every single week if you don't help us out.
And that sounded like a threat, but trust me, it really wasn't. So we've got Monday Music Mayhem. We've got Fun Day, which is a really bad rhyme. We've got Brainstem. And then I think we should get away from Mayhem, Brainstem, that kind of thing. We should go somewhere completely different.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you think there only needs to be one line to this.
Let's have a listen through. I think stop everything and just have like a crash at the end. Let's have a hear of that.
Could be good. I tell you what, we'll do exactly that. I just want to see where the bar lines end. In my brainstem, baby. Yeah, this is going to be pretty brutal, especially because of the way that I sang baby. It's going to sound like the rug's being fully pulled from beneath my feet.
You could put loads of delay on it, so like baby.
That's a good idea. We like delay. Anyway, I might just go back to the audio thing that I was doing. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, am I back? Can you hear me?
Back. You're back.
Fantastic. Out of interest, what's better, the Logic audio or the?
You get. It's clearer on Logic, but you get a better tone on like a general tone on Zoom.
Thanks.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
A musician's answer.
Does anyone want to see the back of my head? It's not in front of a mirror.
You went earlier and I just saw myself on the screen and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
You can't quite see, can you?
You got Logic up.
Oh, Zoom. Fun. Aren't we having fun?
Someone suggested the word Graham to rhyme with mayhem. Like Graham.
Right. Okay, I like it. Sometimes you do have to kind of stretch words, don't you? Graham.
Graham.
Does anyone remember the cereal Golden Grahams?
Yeah, I love Golden Grahams.
Okay. I'm glad we've had some interaction, and I really, really don't want to. I don't want to just end here because I think we owe it to the viewer that has suggested Graham to put it in the theme tune. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go back to change my audio. Okay. Let's have a listen.
It's Monday. It's music and it's mayhem. It's such a fun day. I'm using my brainstem, baby.
Okay. Graham.
I know earlier you said you wanted to get away from words like Monday and mayhem, but I think you should say it's Monday again. It's Monday.
Yeah, let's repeat the hook. Let's do it. Okay.
It's catchy.
All right.
It's Monday. What was I gonna say again? I had my mouth full of my favorite cereal. It's Golden Grahams.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
Could you put a vocoder synth on your No.
Yeah, I am absolutely going to do that as soon as we finish recording the lyrics. Right, okay. Let's drop it in from where the vocal comes in.
It's Monday. It's music and it's mayhem. Such a fun day. I'm using my brainstem, baby. It's Monday. What was I gonna say again? I had my mouth full of my favorite cereal. It's Golden Grahams.
There needs to be a change of chord here. I think that the bass needs to do something different.
Maybe go to an A.
Yeah. And then to maybe a B. And then maybe a G.
I like it.
I think that's a not so wild idea.
Could you put in a piano that does it like this? Something like that. Do you think you get that in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna record the bass and then
Grahams.
I've been a fool. My keyboard's an octave above where I wanted it to be, and I just don't have the patience to change it in Logic, so I'm just going to replay it. I've realised that I need to unmute myself on Logic for you to be able to hear me when I'm playing. Okay.
Grahams.
And you probably would do that twice, maybe, but for the sake of this theme tune now becoming longer than time itself, I think it's wise to just have one of them and then go back to the hook and then call it a day. That's what I'd do. So I'm just gonna do that.
A lot of people are saying it's 80s, very 80s pop kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see exactly why they'd say that.
Yeah.
A big fan of 80s pop music, so probably why it's ended up sounding like that. if anyone's got a favourite 80s pop artist and wants to talk about 80s pop, then please feel free to ring my house. No, that's a joke. Don't ring my house. I don't even have a house phone. You couldn't if you tried. Right, where are we? Let's have a listen.
What was I gonna say again? I had my mouth full of my favorite cereal. It's Golden Grahams.
We don't want the hook to come in there, do we? We want it to come in here. That's where we want it to come in. I think that I like the idea of going back to this this hook, this vocal hook.
Okay.
So if we
breaking it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
like that.
we just need like a bridging section, a pre-chorus, if you will. Lyrically, if anyone's got any ideas for this, we're coming out of the end of something about cereal, which I'm not sure is even sold in UK supermarkets anymore. So, yeah.
I think you should do a big Graham. Maybe
Yeah.
just try that.
Okay.
It's Golden Grahams.
Graham's.
And that's
Maybe
just,
something like that.
that's the lyric. Just great.
Just Graham's.
Surely there's a lyric to get us back from cereal to where are we gonna go to?
Graham.
It's Monday.
Whose challenge is this? This is my week to be challenged.
It's true.
Coming up with all these Graham's ideas.
Okay, it's true. Okay, you get back to the to your idea.
Professional songwriter over here. Okay. I'm right. Let's think.
It's Golden Grahams. It's Monday.
Right. I think I've got something. I'm not sure if I have yet.
Mm.
I'm gonna need to listen to it one more time,
That's
and I
it.
know that's not very YouTube. I know that everything's always really slick and it's always edited together and no one thinks about anything, but I need to think about it.
Grahams.
What I've thought of is far too clever for this theme tune.
Someone's asked the question as well. Do you need a laptop for Logic, or can young people do it on their phones and tablets? You will need a laptop or computer to go on Logic, but there are things like GarageBand, which you get on your iPhones and stuff for free, and you can do that on like iPads and tablets as well. You can get things like that. I'll find some more free ones and we can let you know.
There's also loads of less complicated things that you can use. If you're a musician and you wanted to record yourself in your bedroom, you can just use a really old phone. You can see that my phone is smashed to smithereens and has a picture of a statue on the front of it, which I'm not going to go into detail about because it's boring. But I can record up to 4 or 5 tracks of audio just on this little rubbishy app that I've got, so I'll make that available. And you can just use your voice memos as well. So all of these kind of very, very posh audio things are sometimes great, and then sometimes it's just best to have really simple stuff as well. And I think I've forgotten my idea now.
I've ruined it.
It's Golden Grahams.
Right, okay, I've remembered it and I'm going to record it. Okay.
But there's no time for cereal when you are making cereal sessions of music on YouTube. 'Cause it's
I I think that will probably work.
But there's no time for cereal when you are making serial sessions of music on YouTube. 'Cause it's Monday.
But I've recorded the vocal much quieter, so I'm going to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get your gain staging right.
But there's no time for cereals when you are making serial sessions on YouTube. Oh.
That'll do.
I like it.
It kind of doesn't make any sense, but you get the gist.
I get it.
Right, well, that's a wrap.
Can we hear it from the top?
Of course you can. I thought you'd never ask. I don't know why my drums are not as long as they...
It's because you're in a stack.
Stacking. Let's drag them out to here. Let's drag this out to here as well. You just want me to put loads of delay on everything, don't you?
I just put some reverb on everything, yeah.
Right, this is us. I am going to make this much better than it is, by the way, in my own time.
It's Monday. It's music and it's mayhem. Such a fun day. I'm using my brain stem, baby. It's Monday. What was I gonna say again? I had my mouth full of my favorite cereal. It's golden grahams. But there's no time for cereals when you are making serial sessions on YouTube. Oh, it's Monday. It's music and it's mayhem. Such a fun day. I'm using my brain stem, baby.
There you go.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I think Matty, consider yourself, consider your challenge challenged.
I'd say you've passed that challenge with flying colours.
Thank you.
I'd get you a certificate if I was allowed to give it to you.
Well, there's always post.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, thank you very, very much for tuning in to Monday Music Mayhem with Matti and Rob this week. We hope that you've had a good time, as much fun as we've had. I've had a great time. Have you had a good time?
I've had a really good time, yeah.
Fantastic.
I want to thank the person who suggested Graham as a rhyme with Mayhem. I think it's one of my favourite rhymes of all time.
It was genius. It really was. Yeah, so I'm gonna go away and I'm gonna make that sound really much better than it does now. And we're gonna have a theme tune. And next week, tune in to find out what I'm going to come up with for Matty to do in the session. It's probably going to be really good because Matty's much better than me. So on that note, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off my ring light.
Wow, officially over.
Because I'm no longer a YouTuber. I'm just a boy again. And yeah, thanks a lot. See you next week. Take it easy.
See you next week. Thank you very much.